Hey guys, my name is Citiac and welcome back to another episode of SnowFool here in City Skylines. So today, every so often I like to do a little bit of face cam on the channel. Today's that day. Hey, how you doing? Cue the comments of people going, Citiac, I didn't know you look like this. Yep, I have a face. I am a real person. But today, guys, we continue the expansions. I want to start to add some new residential areas in and get a kind of like an area all up and running already. To implement some type of university to kind of increase the services, the education levels around the city. But before we jump into it, guys, if you are enjoying SnowFool and want to see more, then make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you are new around here, make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when more episodes do come out. But last episode, we kind of worked with this area. We kind of ended the highway system, which comes to a nice, beautiful end with a roundabout. Still got to kind of create the little slip roads on these three junctions here. This I'm not a big fan of. I can see me changing the connection from there because it's too close, it's too cluttered. But it depends when they start using it, if they use the trains more. But I doubt it because the way the industry is going to be built up over here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens on that one. It's going to be very, very interesting. Now, I want to get some new residential areas up. I want to kind of naturally expand the city over into this section here. I'm saving this area over here for like a little bit of an IT cluster. And I reckon around here to utilize the kind of the dead space that gets you know, kind of filled up here with the highway kind of bending round, we build a university, and that will help me create and reposition this passenger train line around here somewhere, as that could be one of the main modes of transports that the students use to get to school, which is pretty cool. They will obviously have the trams and the metro as well, so you know we can kind of intertwine it and crisscross it. But I need to get more residents in. We've got quite a large residential and commercial demand, so we need to get this all up and running. So we've got our perimeter, well, our main 4-lane road dragging through. We've got our perimeter road, which I need to kind of keep connecting up to it. But I reckon we need to kind of go around, create the whole inner perimeter, if that is even a word right now. I'm going to also place a little bit of a city park within this area too. Another way to make some sweet cash money moolah right now, boys. So let's go to our Aurora Road, and we're going to utilize all of this with the parallel tool. The power of the parallel, boys. The power of the parallel. So go to here, flip it back, and I think it's 80. I think it's about an 80. What are we on? 60? Oh no, it's not an 80 because we're off by an 11. It's an 80 if you're doing... Is that going to be all elevated? Get down. Oh, no, is it 80? Hold on. This is throwing me off right now because I can't tell for all of this. So what are we on right now? Where's the number? 86? 87? Let me go with the 87. It did not connect. But how off is it in reality? It's completely off. It is completely off right now. Right, I'm going to scrap that idea and we're going to go for a straight bit just here. So come back by an 11. There we go. We'll hopefully utilize this as our connection right now. Oh, it's all go, boys. It's all go right now. So, was it an 86 then? No, it's an 88. It was actually an 88. Right, so for some reason it wants to elevate up, but, you know, I'll let it do what it's got to do. But obviously, we need to kind of connect it in. So if I just quickly throw in a sweet little connection. Bam, bam. We're all Gucci boys. So, I've got to upgrade the road again because it likes to get rid of the zoning. We're not technically connected here, but I'll get rid of this to run this all the way up to there. Beautiful, beautiful. And I don't know why, but sometimes it likes to sink down. I know why, because I keep forgetting to select the elevation. That's why. That's why. Object height, just to you. There we go. And I'm just going to use the set slope mode because I've made a complete mess of this right now. There to there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that goes right into there then. So we've got the inner perimeter. We're going to connect this going down to here, which will be an interesting connection, but I think it'll be quite a simple one. I don't know if I'm going to have any overpasses here. It would make a lot of sense to do it, because as we've done it over here, a lot of people are utilizing it. So it would make sense to do it here. But I think I've only got really, in reality, a space for one.
Do I bridge these up? I do slightly bridge them up, don't I? Alright, so we're going to have this play into the design of this. So if I elevate the whole of this to begin with, so I can get like a straight piece. There we go. And then utilize that then. Oh no, actually I can go by another... What's the... I can go to here, which is good. So that becomes a 90-degree turn, which is... Okay, that's completely fine. Don't need to worry about that. Where does this match? So this matches a bit further down. So if I do a 10... I could do a 20. Bend this in by a 3 by 3. And run you in. So I get the utilization of a 20 by 20. Bam, ba-da-da-bam. But obviously this is going to flow through as well. So I'm not entirely sure how this is all going to work and connect. But we have it somewhat set in stone. I'll elevate this as well to kind of match it. And I don't need to do anything else with this bridge. It's perfect enough. It's beautiful just the way I like it. Right, so we now need to fill the inner sides as well. So let's figure out then the main flow of road. So we've got a main road connected in here. Are we going to have a main connecting road into this? Now, if so, we need to space it back a bit. So I think that might be the perfect opportunity to add one in. So if I come out by an 11 just here, that marks it. So we've got actually 3 main dregs of road coming in. 4 if you include that one, but it's already kind of set up on it. We do need a few onto this connection, but I reckon how we place these in is going to be based off how we bring the roads down, right? And we also need a couple of grid effects so we can maximize the space we've got with filling in residentials. So that's going to be a 9 by 9. I reckon I don't really want that to bend round, but I think if I do a down by another 10 and then across, which is going to be fun to get this in. I reckon this road here, I'm going to try and do it. I don't know how I'm going to get it connected. We'll use the connection tool to figure it out. But this here should connect to this. Now, we'll maximize what we can on it. It's not going to be perfect. But I'm thinking of how the road's going to flow through this area. So add you in. So I'm going to come up and in, and then I reckon we maybe bend this around, or maybe bend this down. Because I've got this here. Now this train line's not going to be here. This train station, it's not going to be here. But I've got connections to this and this. We kind of go a little bit further down. So elevating up and over. I reckon what we do is... What's that road here connecting for? Is that just a random road? 1, 2... If I did it like this, and then this one becomes here, and then back to normal, we bring this down. So it's a little bit unconventional. I don't know if it's longer than what I've done elsewhere, but it should still work. It should still work. But it's a case of then, how is this going to all flow in? If I do another 10... So if I go back to here, how is this going to look? So an 8, or what is this whole thing here? This is a 10. We'll go by a 10 by 8. So you kind of lose this corner piece. But you got different ways in which it's going to flow. I don't know whether that's interesting, or whether that's completely all messed up. Or whether I should be doing it like this, like deleting you off. And then, so obviously this is going to be a 10 by 10 bend. Scoozy. Which kind of just clips around and bends with it. Whether that should just kind of tear in. Like that, just to kind of like end it all off. If I move that slightly up. Could work out. It could work out. It kind of reminds me of like a, you know, like an old town meets new town. Like they've regenerated like an old town area and updated it, but yet they can't really mess with the road system, so the road system's kind of a little bit skew-if here and there. That's kind of what it reminds me of, and I actually kind of like this. I like how this is all now going to flow. So we do need to find a transition. Now, this obviously is going to come down, to which I reckon we should get it connected maybe into this, because the way it flows down, no, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that connection. But if I just bring it to, right, if I bring it to there, bam, get rid of you, and then the 10 marker here, which needs to go up by one more, bam. So this is all now bleeding out, ready to kind of go on this journey. I reckon I still need to kind of delete some of this, which will work out well. And I reckon then we'll do the same thing here. So that should be our 11. No, wow. No, I don't need to do 11 off that, sorry. 10. A 10. And a 10. Now, not saying that I can, but what if I make all these flow through like waves? Could be interesting, boys. It could be interesting. Right, bam, to the bam, bam, bam. So, hang on, hold on. What's the reason why this is not going to work? Am I missing something here? So, that is the last straight bit there. That is the last straight bit here. So, if I just quickly... Oh, this is not really going to work, is it? I mean, if it did work, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be, like, real ugly. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about this. Because this will take place here like that, which flows through wonderfully. But there's not enough here. Oh, that's the reason why. Right, delete you, delete you, delete you. Right, this is not going to work for everything. But there's a straight bit here. So you can't really rely on all of this, because then it kind of overshoots that. But that's the 10 mark up here. If I go up... I don't think I like this. I don't think I like this right now. Right, but I'll go ahead and do the bends anyway. A 7 by 7. So delete you. Now that one's just not happening at all. And neither is all of this. But I still feel like there is something here to which I can kind of play around with. Oh, I don't know what happened on that one, but I'll delete it. So that there is a 3. If I do the same on this to be a 3, I'm wondering then if I can smack bang a bend in here. Yep. So I'm doing what the connection tool should have done for me. This is pain. This is torture. Right. We'll do the connection tool here to here. And then bend you beautifully round. So it all flows like a wave. And then we're going to cut this completely through, but it's also going to be the offset. Wait, where have I gone? That was some serious lag. To connect over to here. So coming down, I reckon we'll utilize a connection here, which will be quite fun to kind of rummage directly through. Which if I come out by a... We're going to come out by a 5. And I'll come out by a 5 here. Now we'll connect like a little wiggle up to here, which is going to then set us up for where the perimeter for the park is going to be. Ooh. Interesting. So I'll try and keep a little bit of a straight bit on this road. Like that, so I can utilize it with some of these connections here. So this road could be a direct connection like that. That can be a direct connection like this. Now this one in itself goes a little bit funky. So I reckon instead of doing it like that way, we flip it on its head. And we run directly up to there and then keep that then open. I'm liking this. It's really weird, but I'm liking it. So this connection here is going to run down So if I just go to 29, and then where does this meet? A 7 by a 7 to connect directly in. Now this is the next interesting bit, is getting these to bend up and round. So that is our marker point here, which I'll just bring to there, that we then want to kind of get connected in. That runs up to here as a through road. And I reckon we should bend that into there. So we've only got the 2 entry points on this road altogether. I think it will be fine. I think it will be fine. And then we're going to end this road here. Right, this is going to be the interesting bit right now. Bam. Bam. Right, like that. Creates interesting pieces. And if I just go to there, because these will connect like this, to create our last little bit of a grid effect for when this then ultimately bends down and around. So we have this whole old town vibed kind of feel where the roads, they flow, but not how you expect them to flow. And then we've kind of like we're going to modernize it on like an old town road system. We've got space here for a little bit of a city park, and then we've got space over here to kind of expand a little bit further as well. We've got one bridge that skadoodles over. I don't know whether I should create, and this will be quite interesting, like a little bit of a bend of a bridge. So right, that's the perfect bend snap. But if I wanted like a little bit of a straight bit on it, that works a little bit better for us as well. And we'll just rise these. Or do I maybe upgrade them to be like that? No, I feel like that is the reasonable way to do it. So we've got 2 bridges that now tear over. I like this. This is really good. So we're going to quickly build the city park. We'll get this in. So we'll get a little bit of a main gate down first, which I'll put it right smack bang here. So I can do like a road that crosses all the way through as well. We'll have side entrances as well, so it doesn't really make much difference to where the main gate actually goes. Paint quite large around it, and then we'll do a couple of side gates right now on every road connection first mainly. So I'll do one there for these 2 connections. I'll do one just down here, just here, just there. Yeah, that'll do us. That will honestly do us. So utilizing now the edging, I'm gonna make sure it all stays down, by the way, as well. All right, bam, bam. So that goes to there. It's gonna be quite a funky design, this. Oh, that kind of connects into here. But at the same time, I don't like the design. I'm gonna be real with you right now. Right, that bends round. Right, let me delete this, because this I do not like. Right, we'll go. No. Like that. We'll do like that. So this will be interesting right now, using the connection tool for these. Do you know what? That actually works. That works wonderful. There to there. Does what it needs to do, I assume. Bam. Now, this is pure laziness using the connection tool for this. Bam. Pure laziness, guys. Pure laziness right there. So I'll bring this with a beautiful bend. Oh, snap. Hold on. That's not even the... Here is where I want to take it. I'll go directly in. Just got to connect this road here. And I'll kind of leave it like that. I wasn't going to do any kind of through routes. But let me just add in the bulk of the stuff that I want. A couple of gazebos down. Just kind of fill and bulk up the entertainment values. What am I now missing then? So all this additional bits and bobs. Increase the entertainment value. Level it up. Charge the most per ticket. I'll put down some trees. A little bit of a park area in as well. The trampoline park. And just keeping it very, very simple. There's no dramas on this. There's honestly no dramas. Just keep it simple, boys. Right, let me up that strength. So I'm going to fill in the little gaps now where I know I can't fit any zoning in. And we'll just go along the perimeter edge here as well. Nice and smooth and suave. And then we need to kind of cover this with water. So I'm just going to follow this road quickly first. And then I'm just going to kind of do a rough blanket cover. It's not perfect, but it's going to give us sweet coverage. Right, there we go. Amazing. So now then we can get some zoning in. We've got to set up a little city park area in. And I kind of want to transition this eventually to low residential. So what I'll do on the zoning front, we'll quickly pause. I'll do all low residential leading here. And I think I'll put the commercial near the park area to make people walk that way as well, thus making us more money. All the way over to there. So yeah, we're going to transition from the high density to the low density residential. So skadoodle for all of this, cover you up. And then this will be the last bit of low residential just here before we transition a little bit of commercial. We'll fill up now the high density residential. So we'll go to there. And we'll paint this down. High density commercial. High density residential. And all this over here will be high density residential as well. We'll keep this as the residential 2. A little bit of this. And then it'll be all low density commercial. So let's get rid of these power grids. So all low density commercial right now. Nice chunk there near the transition of the metro subway, all that skadoodling line. Low density commercial around here. So normally I would put it on like the main drags of road, but I'm kind of bringing this slightly in a little bit, which I think would be pretty cool. A little bit of commercial in this triangle, and then everything else then residential. So this is actually quite a lot of stuff that I'm placing in, which is hopefully going to spike the industrial demand, so I can build my IT cluster eventually. But we're going to need a lot of services over here then. So if I press play and let it kind of do what it's got to do. We don't have a hospital over on this kind of side. So I think it would be a great idea to squeeze one in. And maybe I kind of build it around here. So I wonder if there's any way right now for me to kind of do some stuff up here. So that's a little bit further. So to do a 4. So I can get a 10 by 10 bend. So that flows in quite nice, so it just kind of, you know, continues to lead in this area. And I reckon it's quite difficult right now to kind of fill this space. But maybe I don't fill all of it. But I just want to do that so I can kind of then utilize this road to bring it up. Bringing this down. And it's going to be like it's going to be a dead end. Okay, so I do a 5 by 5. And this is where I can put down some of my services like the hospital and stuff like that. One of these two roads here will be, and this road here, will be the one that crosses over this little bit of the highway to connect to this area. Yeah, this is all going to work out. This is all going to work out. So let's get a hospital in. So, higher capacity medical helicopter depot. Ooh. I think we'll go for like this high capacity normal star hospital. So squeeze that in just there. So that should work wonders for us. Does it have water? It does now, boys. Doesn't quite connect over, but we need a couple of crematoriums down as well. And by a couple, just 1 or 2. I'll place just 1 here for now. That should kind of snap the power over. So that's the main reason for that. So this area is now starting to build up. Again, it will take some sweet time, but it is starting to build up right now. We'll give it a fire station, and then we'll go for a high capacity one. Is actually anywhere I can maybe squeeze these in? I reckon going around these edges, because we can also utilize maybe a little bit of a cul-de-sac. Or does it come from over here? No, we're going to have one over here. So I'll go up by a 6. 7. We'll go by 7. 7's fine. 7's fine. And we'll get a high capacity fire station down. And we'll get the larger policing station, which is the smaller police station. Which is large, but small at the same time. Leave those guys just there. And then we'll take care of a little bit of education for the elementary and the high school. So we'll do the smaller variations of them. Because we're still well within our capacity. So I don't need to go too crazy just yet. And then we'll have a little bit of a fast forward. Get it all done. So we do have the trams stopping here, which are going to be heavily utilized by people living within this vicinity. We'll up the ticket price as well for the park. Very good, very good. And for now we have the metro / tram line that does connect here. This train station will eventually be moved. We have another tram stop. And let me just bring this up. That then stops. So actually we don't have another tram stop, but stops here. So I reckon I squeeze one in there and then there as a final stop, so they can transition there and walk down this road to enter everybody in this area. Makes life a little bit easier. Yeah, okay, we'll see how that goes. So that is now going to literally spend all of my demand. It's going to take a while for it all to technically now kind of grow and come together, but it kind of now, where we go from low density to high density back to low density as it all kind of finalizes off, we're starting to fill this peninsula up a little bit too. Now we do have still the issue that we've not enough raw resources, and we did start to kind of build down industry that's placed on the ore. So this is zoned industry that builds or kind of utilizes those goods. So you kind of half and half waiting for the goods to be kind of imported and produced all at the same time. But there's no stress just yet. As much as they are complaining, I still need to get more of the zoning in, but I need more industry demand. So it will come with time, boys. It will come with time. It will come with time. Do not worry. Do not worry. But yeah, this is now all kind of slowly moving over. So power needs to spread over, obviously, and this is where you just have to kind of slightly wait for it to grow a bit more. But we got 34,000 people living here right now, and it's taking a little bit of a while, isn't it? I would have thought the population would have boosted up, them sucking up these buildings. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Just one of those things. So, is the park making profit now? Yes, okay, it's already making profit, which is really, really good to see. So I reckon next episode then, you guys get the choice. Do you want me to build the IT cluster next episode, or should I build the university next episode? Let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, we will sort this issue out. Do not fret. Do not fret. We do have lots of... where's all my cargo ships anyway? Are you coming in with the goods? You're not even stopping here. What are you doing? Wait, hold on. Where are all my cargo boats? I've got cargo boats leaving. You would have thought with the amount of... which is my... Is it this one? That's my escape routes. Is it you? No. Which is the one I look at again for to see my imports and exports. Traffic routes. Is it natural resources? No. Land value. Outside connections. That's what it is. So we do have a lot of import coming in. Okay, there we go. We can now see. Oh no. Okay, is that an export? Wait, what is going on here? I got loads of ships going out. I've got no ships coming in. So that's a... I mean, if it's black then, obviously, does that mean it's a cargo ship? Or does that mean it's just kind of passing through? Where's all my imports? That's just coming in for an import right now. Have I got an import problem? Because I don't feel like I'm getting much imports for how minimal my industry actually is. I don't feel like I'm getting many imports. Does anybody else feel like that? Right, another ship here waiting. Oh, this is transporting a lot of goods. So we should see a lot of vehicles. Oh, okay, there's a lot here. There's a lot going on here right now. This might be all the imports right now. Hold on, is this all the import? Yes, okay, they're going to the small warehouse. This is all the imports coming in right now for the warehouse and the industry. Problem is, we should be producing this ourselves. We should be producing it ourselves. But that will come with time. It will come with sweet, sweet time. We've only got really one industry all kind of built right now. And one set of zoning all set up. So I could place a little bit more down here. Just kind of fill this little gap just there. I've only got a little bit over there as well. So I don't really have an adequate enough amount. So maybe I can kind of fill up this area too. Get some more of this. Because this has got a... On the region... Where's the region right now? It's got a specialization that it's... there we go, just there. That it's all industry specialization. So any of the buildings that do get built here will hopefully produce some of those goods that get stored in the warehouse. But obviously we need more than what we can produce. So it's a fighting battle, boys. It is a fighting battle. We got hot jams coming in right now. Hot jams. But I still feel like we need to kind of sort out more of a kind of cargo network for trains so we can kind of get them stopped off. I feel like within this IT cluster, we might need to build a train station too. For cargo. We'll see. We'll see, guys. Don't push the boat too much just yet. Don't push the boat too much just yet, Seniac. But we'll end it here, guys. We'll let this all build up for next episode and we'll continue those beautiful expansions. So the industry areas will slowly stop complaining right now as all these goods are now being delivered. You can see they're all coming, which brings a ton of vehicles. And then in return, a ton of vehicles then have to go back. It's crazy. It is legit crazy. I wish they utilized the trains more. But to be honest with you, there's no point even utilizing the train here. So to drive to this area, it's a short distance. That's a slight issue that we might have that we might need to kind of think about moving forward. But anyway, things are going smoothly. People are moving in. That is the main point. The city's getting bigger. We're filling the gaps. And we're going to be implementing some big projects coming soon. So until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.